What's going on, guys? Today we are going to create a registration form in Java using MySQL database. So let's do it. By the way, this is the continuation of the last tutorials. In the last tutorials, we create a login form in Java. And now in this tutorials, we are going to complete this login and registration tutorial. So let's do it. So right click over source package, click on new and JFrame forms. And let's add another JFrame forms. Registration, click finish and go back to login. And when you click that register, this registration form need to be displayed. So for that, double click that registration button, and here registration rs is equal to new registration. Let's create the object of that class and rs dot set visible to true. Now go back to that registration, and here drag and drop controls from the palette. Here we need a couple of labels, so drag and drop. Now we need one button that is for registration, and we need a text box, so drag and drop text field here. One for email, another one for password, and then first name, and then last name, and then address, and then we need a gender, and that is a combo box. What is a combo box? There you go, gender, and then another text box that is for phone, and then we need a DOB. But for date of birth, there is no any datetime picker by default in Java swing controls. So for that, we need to download one third-party controls. But before that, let's configure all these. Here goes email. Here goes pass. Not pass. You need to type password. And then here goes first name. And here goes last name. And here goes address. And here goes gender. And here goes phone. And finally here goes div. Now let's arrange all this so that it looks nice, and change the variable name also here. Ext email, and remove that text. Here goes txt pass, and remove that text also, and do the same for all other controls. Now arrange all these controls so that it looks nice. You can also increase and decrease the font size from here. Go to properties, and from here font, select the desired font size, light 18, and then close. You can do the same for all controls. I'm going to show you for one or two controls here. In this way, you can do for all controls. Same for the text field also. You can increase the font size of text field in the same process. Right click property and then change the font size, and there you go. Now right click over here, change the variable name. We already did that. Right click, go to properties and change the model. And here goes male, female, others. Click OK. Okay. Now in order to include the datetime picker, what you need to do is go to any web browser and search good date picker and click that first link, that is GitHub, and then scroll down and select the latest version and download that .jar file and save it. Now after downloading, go back to datebeans IDE, go to tools and then palette, and then select swing/AWT components, and then click on new category. Let's create a new category. Datetime picker, click OK, and then add jar file and choose from the folder where you save your jar file, good date picker, and then click next, and then select all the controls and then click next, and then select your recently created folder, that is category, select finish, close. Now go back to palette. You will see a datetime picker controls here, and drag and drop datetime controls over to your form like that. Now select that button, right click, edit text, here goes register, and let's increase its font size. So go to properties, and then font, and here goes 18. Okay, close. There you go. Now let's run it. Let's see how it looks. It looks pretty nice. You can choose date like this way, and then time that way. Now we just finish our designing part. Now let's create a database in MySQL. So for that, run WAMP server. I already told the basic things in the part 1, that is in the login form part. So have a look at that if you don't know any basic parts. After running it, go to browser and go to localhost and go to phpMyAdmin. And the default username is root and password is empty. That is nothing, but I set my password. Click login and click create. new, and then give the database name Java register. Click create. A number of rows are 8. Table name is Java register. Click create. Now add some column here, that is email, and then pass, and then app name, and then L name, and then address, and then what you got, gender, and then phone, and finally DOB, and choose the data type to varchar, 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 and then varchar, and here goes date time, and then give the length like 50 character, 50, and let's do that. Let's keep that 4. Save. Our database is created. Now go back to NetBeans ID, and what we have to do is we need a MySQL connector. We already add here in the first part, so we don't need to do that again. MySQL connector for Java. You have to do that. If you are not watching the login form part, then what you need to do is go to any browser and search MySQL connector for Java and download that jar file, and right click add jar file, and from the folder where you have downloaded, select that. First of all, you have to extract that and select that .jar file and click OK. Then in the library directory there you will see a MySQL Java connector. We have to have that in order to connect our Java application with the MySQL database. Now double click that register button. Here what you have to do is, first of all, scroll up in here. We need some predefined class, that is connection con, and here what you can do is you have two options here, either click here and import, or what you can do is simply here import java.sql.asterisk, that means all. Oops, that is not prepared, it is prepared statement. Now go back to design and double click that register button, and inside the clicking event of that button, what we are going to do is we are going to connect. So connection is equal to driver manager dot get connection, and here goes JDBC, Java database connectivity, and then colon, and then MySQL, and then colon // and then localhost, and then our database name, that is Java registr, and then the localhost username, that is root, by default is root, and the password is empty, but I set my password is admin. And it is showing here error, try a surround statement with try catch. Let's do that. And here let's write on query string insert query is equal to standard SQL statement are written in uppercase, insert into table name, that is Java register, JSTR register, and then you don't have to provide any columns. If you are going to insert into some specific column, then you have to provide, but we are going to insert in all columns, so we don't have to provide here column name. There you can simply write PALUES values, and here goes parameter substitution, because for the obvious reason, that is SQL injection. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Now query statement is equal to connection dot prepare state prepare statement, and then here goes our query insert query, and prepare statement dot set string, and here goes one, and txt email dot get text, and same for all other controls. So simply you can copy this, and it also showing an error because I forget to close that parenthesis. Simply copy this and paste, and here goes to index, and here goes txt pass dot get text, and here goes txt fname dot get text, here goes index 3, here goes index 4, and then here goes variable name txt lname dot text, here goes 5, and txt add, here goes 6, and then here goes cmb dot cmb gender dot get selected item dot to string. You have to convert that to string, and here goes, and what else we got, phone, I think address phone address, and here goes txt phone dot get text, here goes index 7, here goes index 8, and here our variable name. First of all, go back and change that variable name on datepicker, and here goes datepicker dot toString. It provides a toString method, and it will display our date. And finally, here after doing all this, ps dot execute that query, and then let's display a message box saying so message dialog register successfully. There you go. Simply save that and right click over registration.java, run files, and here you have to provide value. You can hide this text box I show you in the previous part, or simply close that, go back to design, and instead of using the text field, what you can use is you can use here password field. So simply delete that, change variable txt pass, and simply run it. And in this way you can hide your password. Here goes your password, and our design is a little bit tweak here, so go back and rearrange our fields so that it looks nice again. Right click, run, and enter your email and enter your password and a first name and then last name, and then your address, and then your gender, and then your phone. Change your DOB from here, like I'm using here random value, and then you have to click register. But our form is a little bit tweak here, so register message to display registration successfully. We'll check our database, but before that, let's rearrange all our controls so that it looks nice again. Now run. Now it looks pretty nice. So go back to our web browser and select our database. Let's check whether the data is inserted or not. Select our database and then table, and then there you can see the value is inserted in our table. So that's it in this tutorial, guys. If you like this video, share this video with your friends so that they can know about these tutorials, so that they can create a login and registration form in Java, and stay connected with us because we are going to create a lot of tutorials regarding PHP, Java, C Sharp, Python, and a lot more framework also. And we have a target of 100k subscribers this year, so help us with that also. And thank you once again for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.